His Holiness, the Catholics Paulos Mar Baselios Marthoma Mathews III, His Grace, Dr. Youhanon Mar Demetrios, very respected Chief Guest, Shri Wajahat Habibullah Ji, and keynote speaker, Shri Shyam Menon, Reverend Father, Dr. K.M. George, Reverend Father Saji Abraham, and all the executive members of SOPHIA Society, invited guests, and all the members present here. A very good evening to all of you. I'm really honored, humbled, and grateful to receive this 8th Dr. Paulos Mar Gregorios Award. This recognition, which celebrates excellence in women empowerment, space, and missile technology, is a tribute to the countless individuals who shaped my journey, my colleagues, my mentors, my parents, my family, and every young dreamer who sees science as a universe of possibilities. To receive an award named after Dr. Paulos Mar Gregorios, a visionary philosopher, theologian, and a great humanist who dedicated his life to intellectual pursuit and societal transformation, is really dear and special for me. Dr. Paulos Mar Gregorios was born in a small town of Tripunithara in Kerala, who became one of the India's most respected thinkers, philosopher, and a global Christian leader. His journey from a humble beginning to the ecumenical leader has always inspired me deeply. His intellectual brilliance took him to a higher level of study to the United States, Europe, and eventually to Princeton and Oxford, studying philosophy, theology, world religions, and ethics. The world began to see that he was becoming a creator of knowledge. His writings, more than 20 books, explored everything from spirituality to science, from social justice to philosophy. He believed that knowledge should be integrated with compassion. To him, wisdom was not about being superior, it was about serving humanity with humility. His story is a reminder that greatness is achieved when intellect, compassion, and service come together in one human heart. What has always resonated with me in Dr. Gregorios' life was the harmony that he maintained between contemplation and action, and did not separate spirituality from responsibility. His work at renowned institutions like Princeton and Harvard, and his courageous leadership within the World Council of Churches reveal how one can pursue truth fearlessly in speaking against injustice, especially at global platforms, reflects the strength that arises when faith meets integrity. His life journey continues to guide us that leadership is not about power, but about service rooted in compassion. When I talk about my journey, it's far away from laboratories, launch pads, and research centers. Started from a small village in Kerala, Alleppey, where my imagination often wandered beyond the coconut trees and the surroundings. I was a young girl fascinated by the curiosity of science and mathematics. I used to wonder how the trails coming out of a aircraft makes marks on the sky. And I used to watch or bring the moon, like while coming back from the evening hours, looks at the moon and was so happy that every day I bring back the moon to my house top. So I used to get up in the midnight, go outside and see whether the moon is still there. But today, we all feel very happy and proud that as we Indians look at the moon, there is our Indian flag flying there. When I completed my engineering from Government Engineering College, Trichur, I was selected as one among the 10 students who got from a written test all across the country as MTech in Guided Missiles program, where we were taught on the missile technology. And again, was with God's grace, and I was so fortunate that I was first appointment as a junior scientist under the guidance of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He was the director who was there as a holding and an inspirer, a motivator for all the scientists of this country, not only scientists, engineers, and young students. We have seen him, how he motivates each one of us. And missile technology is something, it's actually a collaboration of physics, mathematics, material engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical and electronics engineering, computing, as well as defining or designing algorithms for guidance and navigation. It's an amalgamation of technologies, and we started working for the missile technology or the space technology when our country didn't have the science and technology capability. Industries were not at par for developing systems, and from there, from nowhere, and we have within 25 to 30 years, we have established self-reliance in all the technologies what we need in space as well as the missile defense technologies. And it's all because we were all mentored by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, whose humility, scientific brilliance, and love for the nation shaped our own approach to work and life. He often reminded us that dreams transform into thoughts, and thoughts results in action. He was a teacher who used to come around in the laboratory, the organization, and meet each one of us what we are doing and what we can further do. Do one thing, you go have dinner and come back at 9 o'clock. We will have a brainstorm session of how to go about in scientific achievements. So we get back, and there we are discussing about what to do and how to go about. And we are especially for working for systems like Agni. The technology was not known to us. We all as scientists, engineers had a technology gap. At the same time, no technology will be provided for this class of systems, and we were to develop within the country and indigenously. So the task or the responsibility was multiple, and we used to discuss late into the night, maybe 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, he will say, we'll call it as a day. So that is the way the things were taken and how we have progressed, and today we see that we are at par with the world. Like the sustained efforts of our scientists, engineers have brought our country to put us in the elite club of nations where we can celebrate our achievements in terms for nuclear technologies, be it space or be it the defense technologies. One thing I just wanted to mention is Dr. Kalam used to tell quite often that he says these words will remind you what you are supposed to do. All birds find shelter during rain, but an eagle flies above the clouds to avoid the rain. There will be always obstacles and challenges throughout your journey because you are all working for a technology or development of systems which is not existing in our country, first of its kind. So you need to convert these challenges into opportunity and work with dedication. In his words, or I can say that discipline, determination, and dedication, these three words, if we really know the meaning, we are all marching towards the success. And this moment of happiness, I would like to acknowledge my family, which has been always a strength. My husband and my son understood the long hours and high stakes and the pressure of the national missions. Their support allowed me to pursue my passion wholeheartedly. And I was fortunate to work for or to participate in Agni launches itself, more than 50. And each launch gives us through a shock waves of tensions and stress. And each mission is very critical. There are thousands and thousands of cables running across with connectivity. Small, minute strip of that connector gives away, the mission becomes a failure. So we have to play a crucial role in ensuring that our country remains strong, secure, and self-reliant, and a dedicated approach for the development of systems. And I was again fortunate, I must say, with God's given gift to be given the responsibility of designing the guidance system for Agni class of systems and intercontinental ballistic missile, where I started my career as a guidance designer, followed by mission designer, so configuration. Anything can be done to configure a missile configuration. That type of a knowledge and a system designing capability. So it was again God's given gift, and to develop, build India's future strategic capability. It's easy to look at rockets or missiles or satellites and see that it's a weapon which is being developed, or a technology towards weaponization. But Dr. Kalam always used to say, strength respects strength. So we need to work, so that is, it is all turns out to be a weapon of peace. And I took every opportunity to work for these systems, unbiased, fully committed. And I must say, this is not an individual's work. Behind each of these successes, years of research, thousands of calculations, and engineers working late into the night, testing, failures we faced, corrections, sleepless nights before a launch, tears of relief after the success. So it's, even though DRDO gave the opportunity to work for this class of systems, and a team work has proved that we are at par with the world. Dr. Paulos Mar Gregorios was a rare thinker, someone who bridged faith and science, philosophy and activism, spirituality and social justice. He believed that knowledge must uplift the society and that empowerment is a form of service. In receiving this award, I am reminded that scientific progress and technology must always walk hand in hand with compassion and ethics. I take this opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to the Malankara Orthodox Syrian Church and the SOPHIA Society for this profound honor and prestigious award presented by Sri Wajahid Habibullah, and in the presence of His Holiness, the Catholic Mar Baselios, Marthoma Mathews III, and His Grace, Dr. Youhanon Mar Demetrios, and all the esteemed guests present here, I thank God Almighty for this blessed moments. Thank you and Jai Hind.